Howdy y'all, this is Porty 1119 with Head Frame Hunters. So when I ended that last 9/11 video, I mentioned about the fuel strainer. So this is the fuel strainer. What that is, it's yeah, can you see it right in there? I've got that that's right in there. So what the fuel strainer is, it's a really coarse filter that goes in line from the or on the fuel lift pump, and it's in line with the fuel filter. So this is a really coarse filter. It's designed to pick up stuff like, well, in this case, rust and paint flecks, which obviously you don't want getting into your fuel filter. But there is I'm not sure if you can see it with that little bit of red dye diesel in there. There's a decent bit of material in there, so I'm going to spray that out with some brake cleaner. I do remember having some RPM loss going into a pile, and granted, like these LHDs are over bucketed for their size, and it's a naturally aspirated engine, so they're not kind of have quite the same get up and go as something with a smaller bucket, and especially with a turbo. So it might just be a weakness of the machine, but it's pretty believable that all of that material down in that strainer bowl would be partially obstructing the ports in the strainer and presenting a fuel flow restriction at high RPM full load. It was only ever an issue at full load. At moderate or light loads, there was no adverse behavior from the machine. So I'm going to clean that out real quick, and then probably go take the machine for a spin. So that fuel strainer clean out is on the PM sheet. I believe it's supposed to be about every 100 hours. And down here we've also got the fuel tank clean out port. Just was going to see if there was any water in the fuel. Now this was also used for used oil, so you can't really see it, but it was coming out nice and pink. It didn't really appear to have any water that would have settled at the bottom of the tank. So I think that we're okay right there. I think the fuel tank, we can rule that out because there was the fuel looked fine, looked the way it should. So I'm going to clean out that bowl and probably go try and dig in our fill pile and see if we get any RPM loss. So what you didn't see, this was off camera, I added, maybe a quart or two of hydraulics. So this is a 10-gallon system, and the sight glass was reading just a little bit low. So I added a little bit of hydraulic fluid, and as you saw in that video, again, this machine is a little bit over bucketed, and it's a naturally aspirated engine, but I had no problem getting a full bucket. It's pretty common with LHDs to have to two-pass it to get a full bucket, which I don't like, but it is what it is. And as I get more time on this machine, I'll be able to get better fill factors. So what I wanted to say, left the machine parked with the bucket curled. Don't do that. We're doing that because that's a whole bunch of, we're going to have a whole bunch of sample reject material. So when you run a sample, you split it several times through a riffle splitter like that, and this is what's left over. So this bucket is going to get filled and then dumped over, or tram it over to our reject pile. Don't leave your bucket curled like this unless there's a very good reason for it, like you're about to load the machine, because if you were to lose pressure on your curl cylinder, your bucket cylinder there, it'll allow the bucket to fall, and if somebody's got feet there, well, they won't anymore. So that about does it. This has been 401119 with Head Frame Hunters. Got a little bit of headway made on this EIMCO 911B, and we're hoping she's going to head back to the mine soon. So, adios, guys.